What's going on, Titans fans? Welcome into Titans Today by Chat Sports. Hope everyone is enjoying the start to their Memorial Day weekend. I'm not quite sure if DeAndre Hopkins is, right? He was released by the Arizona Cardinals, so we're going to break down the idea of the Titans potentially signing DeAndre Hopkins and whether or not it makes sense for Tennessee. Now, before we jump into the nuts and bolts of today's show, we are trying to reach our next milestone here at Titans Today. The way Chat Sports works is the more subscribers we get, the more studio space that channel gets. So if you want more content and you're looking for a Titans YouTube channel to include in your rotation for news and rumors, consider subscribing down below for absolutely free. Now, some background information on DeAndre Hopkins. Like we said, he was released. That's now not even new information. But what is interesting is that Tom Pelissero tweeting out, it's not a post-June 1st cut. Now, if you're not familiar with what that means, basically anytime a player gets released from their contract, well, the dead money, right, the money that's guaranteed to them that has not been paid out yet, well, usually if you wait till after June 1st, you can split that money over this upcoming season, 2023, and the next season. So Arizona is opting not to do that, which means they are eating all $22.6 million this season. So big dead cap hit for 2023, but he's completely off their books for 2024. Minimal cap savings, but a surprising move nonetheless. I thought D-Hop would surely get traded before it got to this point, but I don't know if it's a mixture of no one wants DeAndre Hopkins because of the player or no one wants DeAndre Hopkins because of the contract. If it's because of the contract, he should have no problem finding a new job within 24 or 48 hours. Maybe GMs are going out of town for Memorial Day weekend, so this could be something that gets done on Monday or Tuesday. But look at what D-Hop's done the last 4 seasons. A year ago, 717 yards, 3 touchdowns, and only 9 games played. He had that 6-game PED suspension. So if you were to prorate those numbers over a full 17-game season, we're talking well over 1,200 yards. And we're talking a 5, 6, 7 touchdown player. So I still think he's got good, juice left in the tank here. I still think he is a great player. Is he a top 10 wide receiver? That I'm not quite 100% certain on. I think you can definitely make the argument. And I don't think you'd be crazy for doing so. Is he a very good wide receiver? No doubt about it. Would he be a top receiver on the Titans roster? Absolutely, right? Treylon Burks, the first-round pick last year, hardly saw much from him his rookie season, right? Came into training camp. We don't need to bring up old and bad memories, but didn't look like he was in peak football shape. And an injury-plagued-ish rookie season. We didn't get a lot of visuals of what Treylon Burks can do. And then after that, show of hands. I bet there is a good chunk of Titans fans who do not recognize a lot of other names on screen, starting with Kyle Phillips as your wide receiver 3. I'm going to go full Ricky Bobby mode here and say, with all due respect, Kyle Phillips cannot be the 3rd best receiver on your team, right? Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, same goes there. I like him as a second wide receiver, a second option for Ryan Tannehill. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why Ryan Tannehill has gone downhill the last 2 years. One of them being he has not had a lot of good weapons to throw to, and they sorely miss A.J. Brown. So would you want Tennessee to go out and sign D-Hop? What are your thoughts? Give me an S for sign, a P for pass. Sound off down in the comment section below. It's always good to see what you guys have to say. For me, I would do this without a doubt. I would sign him if I were Rand Carthon and the Tennessee Titans. This room is abysmal. It is arguably the worst wide receiver room in the NFL. I understand when you're sort of in a retool rebuild, you don't want to overspend on bad contracts. But, man, trying to get some butts into seats here, right? DeAndre Hopkins can only make this team better, and this wide receiver room is a joke, right? A lot of those guys could rival XFL players and CFL players, and they're starting for the Tennessee Titans. That is embarrassing in my opinion. So, yeah, I would be all about adding DeAndre Hopkins to this Tennessee Titans wide receiver room, kind of helping Treylon Burks learn and mature and grow as a wide receiver. And then for Ryan Tannehill, at least give him, or heck, even Will Levis, if it gets to that point, something to work with. Because the last thing we want to see is if Tannehill gets benched, Will Levis comes in, and Will Levis shows some kind of level of, promise and hope and optimism. But the whole storyline is he's got nothing to work with, right? If Treylon Burks were to go down, it's a bunch of practice squad wide receivers out there. And the storyline all fall is we've got a good quarterback, we think, in Will Levis, but we really don't know for certain because none of his receivers get open because none of them are NFL starting caliber players. DeAndre Hopkins would definitely help in that department. Now, D-Hop recently hopped on a podcast, and this is what he said when what he's seeking for in a team. What I want is stable management upstairs. I think that's something I haven't really had the past couple of years of my career, coming from Houston and then to Arizona. I've been through 3 or 4 GMs in my career, so a stable management. A QB who loves the game, a QB who brings everyone on board with him and pushes not just himself, but everyone around him. And a great defense wins championships. Now, all 32 fan bases, except for probably the Cardinals, are talking themselves into them meeting the boxes, right? Them meeting the criteria. Does Tennessee have great management? Hard to say, right? Rand Carthon's only been on the job for a couple of months. He's still unpacking boxes in Franklin, so I can't guarantee that for sure. Do they have a quarterback who loves the game? I like to think Ryan Tannehill loves football. Maybe he's not the number one lover of all the quarterbacks out there. I don't really know how you measure that, but he definitely likes football, I would say. And Will Levis, I mean, he likes mayo and coffee, so he's got to be crazy enough to like football too. So we check that box and move on to a great defense. Sure, it's a good defense. It's a good defense. It's a very nice defense. I bet they're really good at ping pong in the locker room. I'll put it that way. Now, we do have some odds on DeAndre Hopkins' next team, and I'm a little surprised the Titans aren't on here. Now, I could see why D-Hop wouldn't have interest in Tennessee. Like, the Titans are not some of the Super Bowl favorites this year, and so if he wants to go win a ring, Nashville might not be the best place over, say, Kansas City or Buffalo for 2023, if we're being honest. But money does talk, and if those teams don't shell out big contracts and Hopkins looks to make some money at the end of his career, Tennessee might be the next best option. I'm really just trying to talk you guys into this because I don't think it's super duper likely, but when you've got a wide receiver room like that, I sure hope Tennessee is doing their homework on D-Hop. So what do you guys think? Is wide receiver, like I believe, the biggest need for this team, or is it something else? Feel free to sound off down in the comment section below. That's going to do it for us on this edition of Titans Today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, and we will catch up with everyone later.